Welcome to the Collective Experience by the BrwnGrlz Collective, a dynamic platform where we celebrate innovation, creativity, and the power of Black excellence. Each episode, we sit down with change makers, visionary industry leaders, and groundbreaking entrepreneurs across the worlds of fashion, tech, education, business, and more. This is more than just an interview series. It is a space where stories are shared, wisdom is exchanged, and inspiration flows. Together, we are building a community that thrives on collaboration, empowerment, and the drive to uplift one another. So get ready to meet these women redefining industries and shaping the future. This is the Collective Experience, where we take center stage. Thank you to our advertisers, DJ Carson of Carson Law Firm, Michael Bailey of the Minority Info Network, and Patrick Sapp of the Universal Therapeutic Services. Make sure to check them out.
Welcome to the Collective Experience, brought to you by the BrwnGrlz Collective, your space for inspiration and connection. I'm your host, Sierra Hampton. Today, we're excited to introduce Milon Parker, a visionary filmmaker and founder of MVP Productions. Over the past 13 years, Milon has dedicated her career to crafting meaningful stories that amplify unrespected voices, particularly within the LGBTQ community. With many more than 7 films to her name and 5 currently streaming on major platforms like Peacock, Tubi, and Amazon Freevee, she has proven the transformation power of authentic storytelling. With beginning as a passion has evolved into a mission to foster conversation, inspire change, and create representation in spaces where it's often been lacking. MVP Production is a shining example of how independent filmmaking can resonate with audiences around the world. Join us as we dive into Milon's journey, her creative process, and the impact of her incredible work. Welcome, Milon.
Hey, hello. How you doing? Thank you.
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I can't complain. You know, it's cold out here, a lot of snow, but I mean, I'm in the house today, so I'll have to do it right
now. And where you snowed in at?
Chicago.
Ooh, how much snow do y'all have up there?
From the looks of it right now, it looks like it's about 5 inches.
Yeah. What do you do in the weather like that? Like besides stay in?
I mean, I still like to navigate around, so I would probably shovel, get out, go maybe somewhere to eat, maybe to the mall. Like, I don't like to just be trapped in the house just because of the snow. I know how to drive in the snow, even though a lot of people don't. So I try to, watch myself around everybody. But yeah, I try not to let it get me down because I'm from here, so I'm used to it.
Right. I couldn't survive there, but kudos to you, and stay safe while you're going through that bad snowstorm. Let's start off with our icebreakers. This or that is the game we like to play.
Okay.
Spin that wheel for me, please.
All right. Okay, what does it say?
Okay.
Okay.
Hair up or hair down?
As far as like, I have hair now, so me or...
Well, I did kind of dive into your little background. I know that you are married. So what is your preference for your wife? Hair up or hair down? Let's ask that question.
I'm going to be honest. It really depends on where we're going.
Okay.
Like if we're going out to a nice fancy restaurant or something, I want her hair up if she has a nice gown on to show her face more.
Okay.
But if we just run into the mall or doing something like that, she can have her hair down or in a ponytail.
Do you have a lot of say in how her hair is? Like, babe, I like it straight. I like it curls.
No.
Okay.
Not at all. She don't listen to me at all. Okay. Her hair. I make like some kind of like, hey, she will ask me. I won't say that. She will ask me like, man, what do you think about this? Should I do it like this today for this? I'm like, yeah. So she will, but it's only rare. Like we really going somewhere, she'll trust my opinion. But now she like, no, I'm doing my hair. I'm like, all right.
Okay. That's enough. Let's go into our next one. Spin that wheel for me, please.
All right.
All
Okay.
right.
I'll wait a second.
50-50 or foot the bill or let them pay. Ooh, I hope this one don't get you in trouble.
Well, 99.9% of the time, I'm going to pay.
Okay.
Just as who I am. I mean, sometimes my wife will, you know what I'm saying? She'll be like, I got you. I'm like, all right, cool. It's very appreciated because I do spoil her. But most likely I'll be the one. But I don't mind though. So, but I do like that. Hey, I'm going to take care of it because you either let her take care of it or just to acknowledge that you want to take care of it. I'm probably still going to take care of it because I need that. I appreciate that. Like, okay, thank you, but I got it. Or go ahead. It's your turn, So
it's your turn. So let me make sure I get in order what I want really this time.
like when the bill rises, baby.
Yeah. It's on you this time. I think I covered last month. Got you. All right, let's ask another icebreaker.
All right.
Spin that wheel for me, please.
All right.
Major love to our sponsors for stepping in to make all of this happen. IAS Games for family and friend game nights. Out the Barns Entertainment for your video editing needs. Camera Guys Inc. for video photography and your editing needs. Intro music by Sedasia and music provided by Drea. Your contributions keep us going and help us grow.
All right. Another one we're gonna ask about your wife. What's your preference?
Me personally, I love heels.
Okay.
Do my wife always wear heels? No.
Okay.
No. It's just uncomfortable. So I try to, understand with that. But I love heels. I mean, she will wear them. Like I said, once again, we're going out somewhere, nice. But she either wear boots. She loves boots. She has so many different kind of boots, a heel boot or regular boots. Or she got her days she want to wear gym shoes, but not often. But she like her boots, like Doc Martens and stuff like that. One with a nice little thick heel boot, So, but I love heels. Huh?
Perfect for the weather,
Yeah, but I love heels. Heels to me is just.
Do you have a certain brand that you prefer?
Not particularly. I mean, yeah, Louboutins are sexy only because of the length, the heel, but yeah, my wife, listen, I bought her son for Christmas, not this past year, before that. She's like, yeah, I don't want them. I had to take them back. Yes. What? Yeah, she did not want them, so I had to take them back. She was like, I'm not that kind of girl, you know that. I was like, all right, great, let me take these back. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't like stuff like that.
That's the first.
But I did get her some Gucci high boots with a little heel on it. She loves those. So
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, it's her preference too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
All right. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? Just so our audience can know a little bit more about you.
Okay. Well, my name is Milon V. Parker. I'm an independent filmmaker based out of Chicago. I got into the film industry, I want to say 2009. I was 30. I was in a play in Atlanta. It's called Boys Don't Cry, written by Lorinda D. Brown. From there on, my acting just took off after that. And here I am pretty much today, from starting there, just doing a play. I was doing little commercials here too, like small little local things. But then, I met Lorinda. Huh? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. How did you get into your first film?
My first film I got in was from a filmmaker named Cookie Hughes here in Chicago. And it's crazy because she kind of motivated me. Like when I was on the set with her, watching her, how passionate she was about filming. It's like at that moment when I met her, I knew like, I like this. Like I want her to direct my first movie. And that's what ended up happening. It was a book. Yeah, it was a book. And I was telling her about it on set. And she was like, yeah. Let's finish this movie here first. I'm like, okay. But I was just so excited because I felt like right then and there, I knew my purpose. Just by being on set with her the first day, like, wow, this is amazing. You know? So yeah.
So the instant connection already.
Instant connection. Instant.
Good. Well, thank you for telling us a little bit about yourself. Let's dive into the introspective, which is the misconceptions about you. What do you think people have about you, your brand, and your platform?
You started misconception?
Yes.
Well, as far as me, and I could speak for other dominant women, I mean, I tend to think some, not all, some heterosexuals, they feel as if like dominant women want to be men, which that's not always true. Yeah, we like wearing masculine, fine clothes, man. It's comfortable. If there was a woman's brand that offered the same things that a man, I will wear because I feel like it'd be more tailored to my body. Because the whole point is a lot of dominant women, they don't want, to show their curves. And the reason being is some not comfortable with their curves, or some don't like men looking at them.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So we want to be comfortable. So that's that. What was the other one?
Just about your platform and your business, the misconception maybe people have of your business.
Well, I think a lot of straight people, my auntie in particular, she thinks that I only make movies for gay people. Like she mentioned that to me for like, why don't you make straight movies? I'm like, what do you mean? It's straight people in the movie too. So it's not just like all gay people.
Right.
Straight and gay. So I had to let her know, like, nah, like that's like, like, nah, I make them for everybody. It's pretty much like a lot of more LGBT community can relate because, it's main characters, but it's some main characters is straight too. So,
right.
So FYI, so the people that's watching, it's not just an LGBT movie. I happen to be LGBT, and it's my movie that I also include the LGBT community.
Oh, wow. Great. And thank you for clarifying that. One thing I want to ask is, have you ever thought about getting into the film festivals and, just kind of submitting your dialect and your platform to those type of, festivals?
It's crazy that you asked that. I actually just submitted last week, and I intend on submitting to this Los Angeles ones today, along with my script. So it's crazy that you asked that. And I have done it in the past before, but it was Sundance, and I know Sundance requirements are bigger, but I was hungry and confident, like, hey, they're gonna like me. They didn't like it. Okay, but I wasn't there yet. But now I think I'm at another level in my life as far as growth with my films. Not to say that this last one, my Christmas movie, but I definitely feel like my script.
Okay.
I feel like my script. It's a dope psychological thriller. So.
And yeah. Do you have like any future projects that may be coming up that you want to kind of expound on a little bit?
Well, I am in the midst of accepting submissions from cast and crew on my website for people who want to, possibly be in it. The official audition will be held soon. But I do, like I mentioned, I have a psychological thriller called Gold Star, which I will be casting for soon. But I am shopping that script around because it's an amazing script. Oh, wow. So I do have that coming up. This will be my best film, my best script, my best film, everything. This one here is deep. It's
okay. What makes that one so different from your last films?
Well, the other ones, The Lies We Tell, to me, was more like an urban drama feel with violence, drugs, and More Than Friends was nice. It was about two best friends, fall in love. But this one is going to have you thinking. It's a psychological thriller, like I mentioned. So this one is like, I don't want to give away too much, but this one is going to have you on the edge of your seat. Like, whoa, I didn't even think that was possible for somebody to think like that. And then coming from the writer, and when people see this, they're gonna be like, she wrote this? Like, why would she write that?
Sometimes things need to be heard.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I decided to write it, because, unfortunately, it's some people who don't support LGBT.
Right.
So.
And just tell us a little bit from the growth from your first film to your second film, now to the one that you're in the works of. What do you see your growth like? Do you see like learning from the first film, I'm gonna change this, go for more this dialect? Just tell us a little bit about that.
I'm gonna be honest, I learn from every film that I do. Every film has been a challenge for me. Every one. Like the first one, it was a lower budget. It was fun though. It was a lower budget. I think that's what the one I had the most fun, because I didn't expect anything from it. It was like coming from my book and having an amazing crew. Cookie Hughes, like I said, she directed it. Jeremy was the DP. We was just having fun, just doing something. And then came the next one when I was pretty much by myself, and just dealing with editors and it was a lot. And then this current film, it's just been a lot. Everything has been a challenge. I say that. And I learned like, not all men, I'm not going to say all men, but a lot of men don't respect women in the filmmaking business. Mm-hmm. They don't. They do not respect them the same way they would respect a man. And that's unfortunate. I've dealt with, I'm in the midst of sort of still dealing with it on my latest project. And it's unfortunate. It definitely, what come from out of this, I sort of want an all female crew. I really do. Cause I feel like we put our all into it. Not saying men don't, but I just feel like they're going to respect me the same because they're a level of a woman too.
Right.
With these men, I'm a woman, I'm a lesbian woman, I'm a dominant lesbian woman. So they feel like they could take their time on stuff, just not take me as serious as they would a man, because they wouldn't pull some things they would with a man that they pull
Right.
with me.
Right.
And that's unfortunate. I had to deal with this recently. Yeah,
Wow.
my latest film. So yeah.
I was always told, you never send a man to do a woman's job. So I'm wishing you well on getting that female's crew soon. Let's kind of dive a little bit into your passion, your identity. And I think we kind of touched on this a little bit, but what inspired you to start your journey, and how does your personal story connect with the work you do today?
Well, as I mentioned, being on set with Cookie Hughes, that's what pretty was a door open for me, seeing that. And how does it my personal you said how does my personal with the community? What did you say? I'm sorry.
How does your personal story connect with what you do today?
Well, I figure my personal it pretty much part by me being a lesbian woman and my movies pretty much being, predominantly for the LGBT community, even though straight people are in it. I pretty much just feel like, like they can relate to it, and I write things that they can relate to, because I want to see, like, okay, let me explain it. A lot of people, from what I've experienced and heard, and people have come up to me and tell me that their movies have really helped them to get by as far as being gay. And some people that were straight have hit me up, said, thank you for doing the movies you do. It helped me understand my child. So I'm glad that I was able to, branch that together as far as, people it'd been an eye opener for people to accept who they are and to accept family member that they think was different, but, overall they still love them.
And tell me a little bit about Cookie. How did you connect with her? And, I know you said that she had a major impact on, how you got started, but is there still a connection with you and Cookie now?
Well, how I met Cookie is, she is crazy because when I was younger, she said she seen me on a train in the city one day, and she was a filmmaker since the 90s. She said she saw me and she was like, I want to work with her one day. So in 2010, she messaged me on Facebook and she wanted me to play this character named Marco in her movie called My Mama Said Your Mama's a Dyke. So I was, and the whole point was, my mom was in the movie. She wanted to be a stud. So she wanted me to teach her how to be a stud. And she was trying to wear my clothes and whatnot. But so yeah, that was that movie. But it's crazy you asked her because she just premiered a movie that I was a co-star in last month for Christmas called Sister Scrooge.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so we're still pretty cool. Yeah.
And did I hear you correct? Said that your mom was in that movie with you?
Well, no, the lady who played my mom.
Oh, okay.
My mom, and she wanted to like me to teach her how to be a stud.
How was that?
Well, she was wearing my clothes, following me around, trying to act like me. It was funny. It was
like a shadow.
Yeah. It was funny.
All right. So let's learn a little bit more about your business. What sets your business or entity apart, and how does it impact your community or industry?
I feel like it sets it apart because I feel like I write about, authenticity in our, community. Like I just feel like we need to see more of us on TV. Now they are starting to do it more and more, but back when like 14 years ago, we didn't really see that. So we didn't really have nothing to look up to. So now I feel like I set it apart because I want to make sure I'm pretty much putting us out there in a nice light. You know what I'm saying? Like we got the love story and then the realism of drama, living on the down low and not being honest with your partner. So I feel like, man, pretty much sets us apart because of the authenticity of it.
Behind the scenes, there's a lot of hard work that goes into this production, and we couldn't do it without our amazing sponsors, advertisers, and crew.
And tell me a little bit about like, once you got into like the film part, how did you get into writing? Like what made you start writing about stories that's more relatable?
Well, I want to say it was 2000. And look, I remember years here. 2000, I want to say 7. I had a book called Who Was She? But before it was a book, I was with somebody at the time and we was watching, it was like a movie with like poetry or something. And I was telling her at the time, like, I could write poetry like that. So it pretty much was a challenge. I like started writing just some challenging, like little short little stories. And then I turned it into a book, which is called Who Was She? So that pretty much opened the writing ability. And so after I started writing Who Was She, the book, then I went on to doing The Lies We Tell But the Secrets We Keep. So that's where it all started from. Just a challenge, playing around like, look, babe, I could actually write a story like that too, you know, and it was intriguing. So yeah, it came from my book.
Good. We all like a little challenge here and there. One more question I do want to ask is, how does it feel to be like the first person to make films that represents your community?
It feels amazing. It feels really amazing. Like I mentioned, like people to this day, like I was on set filming yesterday and they had some people come in who had clothing line and they was like, oh man, I remember you, man. Like your movies are so, and these are straight men. They like, man, your movies are so dope. You know what I'm saying? So it makes me feel amazing. Like, and these are straight men that they still loved it. Like, man, that was a good movie, you know? It made me feel good. Straight, gay, whoever. If it's a great storyline, people are going to want to watch and they're going to want to support it. So it makes me feel amazing. It makes me feel proud. Especially, I'm even more proud that we have more movies out, you know, that are part of LGBT, because it was getting a lot of pressure on me. Like, everybody like, hey, when the next one? I'm like, hey, geez, like, so much pressure. Like, I feel like I couldn't make a mistake. I couldn't mess up.
Gotcha. What are your qualifications that you look for when you're selecting like your actress and actors? I know there's roles that people have to play, but what other qualifications do you look for?
I look for professionalism and seriousness. Like I have, like I said, I mentioned, I have people submitting now for Gold Star. And I don't know, some are very professional, some aren't. I don't want people to pretty much submit with sexual body shots. Like that's not going to intrigue me to cast you. So I like professionalism. I want you to submit a professional headshot, a body shot, a small bio about yourself, why you're interested and why we should choose you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I like professionalism. You know, I start with there, and I feel like I can help you throughout the rest. And if you're dedicated, you don't even have to have experience. If you're dedicated into learning, I'm willing to take that chance.
It's good to know. And like, say for instance, you turn down an actor or actress, and they just keep, you know, applying for different positions. Do you eventually say, okay, you can be an extra, or okay, I do have a perfect role for you in this film? Tell me about that, like your interactions with those type of people.
Well, I've actually have done that. People who are very eager, like, man, you know, I want to be, and I've given them opportunities to audition, and it wasn't up to par. So I say, you know what? You could be a PA, which is a production assistant, be on set helping out. Then I'll let you be an extra. And there's one particular person, I don't want to say her name, but she was just so dedicated. I actually put her in my latest movie that's coming out for Christmas. Like, cause she auditioned for a bigger role, and she's just so hungry. She's so nice, and you know, she just want to be a part of it. So I really wanted her to be a part of it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna write you in. So I wrote her in. So
nice. Yeah. Look at there. Look at there. And one more thing I have is when it comes to like coming up with your themes for your movies, how do you come about that? Like, what is your thought process? I'm pretty sure you're throwing in so many titles in a hat and trying to pull it out and maybe put it all together. Tell us about that process.
Some of them from experiences that I've experienced. Some is from just hearing about different stories that like are unbelievable. I'm like, wow, like, and some are just like awareness, like the Gold Star. I know I keep talking about it, but that's my latest one. So I'm really happy about this.
Let's promote it.
Yeah, you know, with that one, I feel like, man, it just came from a place where I hope it doesn't get to that point, but I can see it. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not giving too much, but I can see that happening from someone who pretty much is intimidated by dominant women. And it's unfortunate, but we need to shed light on that because I'm sure it's probably happened. No one has probably heard of it, but I'm sure it's happened somewhere.
And let me ask you a little bit about that, because you did mention that a little bit about you're still going through that process. How is that being in the media world, being who you are and on the platform that you are and representing the community that you are? How is it? You know, you said it's different. If you were a guy, you wouldn't be treated like this. Just tell us, like, for those who are listening and want to get into production as well.
You said how different is what exactly?
Getting into like the media field, you know, comparing yourself from a man and a woman, you know, just the domination that you have to go through, the, you know, the letdown sometimes. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, getting into it, like you saying, like first starting off, how to get into a period. Because you mentioned a lot of questions. That's why
I'm sorry. So, like, which one? Just tell me about like how the process is with you being who you are and on your platform.
Okay.
Like getting into this media world, just what the negative things that you have encountered and how you came over that.
Okay. Well, like I mentioned with the whole situation about how men don't respect you, I pretty much overcame it by just continuing, like not giving up, seeing the project through no matter what I've been through with them, because at the end of the day, this is an investment and I have to get my return. So sometimes I got to suck it up. And back in my past, I probably would have cursed somebody out, said, give me my stuff. But then like now I feel like I can't just do that. I have to remain professional, even though like just suck it up. I'm like, okay, all right. Finish my project that I paid you to do. And then we'll go from there and I'll get my hard drive and my movie from you so I don't have to deal with you no more. So sometimes less is more. Sometimes you have to, be professional, be quiet, and just at that moment, you have to accept what it is at that moment. Just know you can't deal with that person no more. Because my fear is them sabotaging my work, them not giving it back to me. Now I got to get a lawyer because you want to be, vindictive. So I don't want to go through that. So I just suck it up. I'm very proud of myself because in the past I would have cursed them out and try to go out there and find them to get my own stuff. But I got to be professional. I'm running a business. People look up to me. So I just got to be as professional as I can be. Even if it hurts, I have to. And I have been very patient too.
Gotcha. Let's know a little bit about what is your why. What is your why and what keeps you motivated even when it gets tough? And I think you kind of touch a little bit on that, but what is your why?
Wow, I do this for my community. I do. I love, like I said, being like able to showcase like not just LGBT community, like Black people like myself, local talent, just being able to help people who also like who didn't have a vision, but now that they see me now, they have a vision because there was a time where I didn't realize that this is what I was supposed to do. So I I want to be that person that people look up to. Like, wow, like I didn't even know that was possible. Like I want to do that too. So I pretty much say I do it because, I want people to have something to look forward to, just like I did with Cookie Hughes.
Good. So what is your legacy and impact? What impacts you to hope, to make life, and what is your legacy about bringing the Black and brown women to pursue their dreams? So what impact do you have that will make, a legacy for you and your community?
Just tell them never give up, never give up. Even when it gets hard, just keep going, see it through no matter what. You can't give up. You can't give them what they want. You got to keep going,
And who's your biggest inspiration? Like, who do you look up to?
As far as filmmaking or just overall?
Filmmaking and overall. I feel like there's some people that's behind you or someone that's keep pushing you to do what you're doing.
I would have to say I look up to my mom.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my heart. That's my best friend. I look up to her, how much she's been through in life, and no matter what she meant, make sure that I had a great life. So I look up to my mom. Yeah. As far as filmmaking, I know I mentioned Cookie Hughes so much, so I gotta show her, homage. But I definitely look at her. She's from Chicago. She's a Black queer female as well. She doing her thing, Her, I look up to other local filmmakers that's doing their thing that's up and coming. It's a lot. It's a lot of people, a lot of actors, a lot of people that I look up to. And I'm proud of them too, So,
where do you think you see your legacy 20 years down the line?
I think I see it like just getting to the point where like, how can I describe it? I just feel like I'm tongue tied right now. Okay. I see my legacy down the line pretty much just overcoming so many different things, just people just looking up to me and just being happy, that the things that I've done, that I've accomplished, and just pretty much being that source of like inspiration to them. And, I know I jump around it so much. I know
You're fine. If you could get one award.
One award?
What award would it be?
One award. I would have to definitely say one award. Man, if they had a category for a person not giving up when they want to give up. Seriously, giving up not when they want to, because I got so many stories for this last movie that I've been through. So if they had a award for the #1 filmmaker who went through so many obstacles and never gave up and saw it through, this is for you. I would definitely say I've been through a lot.
Good. Yeah. And that's how you are true, authentic with yourself. Yeah. So we love that. What's one piece of advice or wisdom you would share with the next woman stepping into this space? And what is one question you'll love to ask her?
I want to ask them, like, what made you want to get into this and why? You know, like, how did it come about? What makes you want to do this? Because you got to have a reason behind it, you know? Mm-hmm. You got to start with, like, okay, this is what I want to do, why I want to do it. And just, you got to see it through, you know? You can't give up. You got to see it through.
Right.
So, yeah.
And what would be one question that you'll love to ask her?
I would ask her.
Or advice.
Advice?
Yes.
Advice. What advice? And you say she's up and coming? They're probably up and coming?
Yes. They're stepping into what you're doing, and, you know, how would you encourage them?
Okay, no, right. Oh, my advice.
Yes.
Okay, I thought you said asking them advice. Oh, I got advice for them.
I'm sorry about that.
No, that's okay. My advice to them would be, oh man, just pick thoroughly who you want to work with. Okay. Cast and crew, you know, make sure, you know, you're picking the right people who's going to see your vision through, who's going to help you grow as well. You know, just make sure you don't lose yourself in the process as well, because you can. And, you know, and whatever it is, once again, just see it through, especially if it gets hard, because it will get hard.
Right.
Nothing's going to be easy, you know, and the harder it is, the better the outcome. That's what I have learned.
And how do you go about picking your crew? Like, how do you eliminate the ones, you know, okay, she's been with me for 3 months, but she's not getting it. How do you pick your staff and your crew?
Clearly, I haven't done a good job if I'm still going through things.
It's okay.
I'm being honest. Well, moving forward, I do have a gentleman who's supposed to DP for me, and I pretty much see his effort, because we had makeup days for the last movie, and he was dedicated. He keeps hitting me up about being in it, even though I want this all-female crew. He's eager, he's happy, he's excited. So I just watching him, seeing how serious he is, how he really wants to be a part of it. I guess you got to get somebody that's hungry. See, when people aren't hungry, they don't really care.
Right.
You got to be hungry. You got to get somebody hungry. Even if they already there. Like me, I'm still hungry. I don't care how many films. I'm still hungry. I still want the best. I want to work with the best.
Right. You know? Right.
Just be selective and choose, in other words. Yeah.
And do you have any final thoughts or final things you would like to say to our audience today as we get ready to close out?
Final. I would like to say, first and foremost, thank you all for having me. It's my first interview for the New Year, so I do appreciate that. And I also want to say, no matter what life throws at you, you got to be prepared, because the unexpected can happen at any unexpected time. And just don't fold, you know. Just don't fold and just keep going no matter how hard it get. You got to keep going, because so many people want to see you fail, but also so many people want to see you thrive. And you got to be that voice of reason. You got to be that inspiration to other people to see that, to know there's a possibility that you could fail, but you push through and you still standing tall like me. So, yeah.
Well, thank you, Milon. We're so grateful for your time and the light you bring to the world. To everyone watching, thank you for being a part of the collective experience. See you later, Brown Girls.
All right. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you to our advertisers, sponsors, and everyone who made it possible. And of course, thank you for tuning in and being part of the Brown Girls family. See you next time.
Oh girl, I love you just like Mary Jane. I give you everything. Damn, I hope you feel the same. Come and make it better just like Mary Jane. Oh girl, I can't complain. I need your touch, can't get enough. Come and beat me up, it's just like Mary Jane. Beat me up from the middle of the club. You say you running low again, well let me fill your cup. I got some papers in my section and some fonts in the tuck. She been calling me Spliff Daddy, baby, please. one time with that. Tryna know your heart by the time we start, baby, ain't no hiding facts. Maybe if you with it, we can start a tab. Break down them walls, you can let me in, I can be your quarterback. Come on, put our team right on the map. Oh girl, I love you just like Mary J.